Okay, good morning, students. So, today we'll learn about the families of flowering plants. So, there are many families of angiosperms, and out of these, we have many important families such as Cucurbitaceae, Solanaceae, Leguminaceae, or Fabaceae. Then we have Liliaceae, then uh, this Gossypium family, uh, which is Malvaceae. So these are important families. So let us learn about more about some of the families. So first family is important family is Solanaceae that we are dealing today. Solanaceae is also called nightshade family or potato family. So this family of flowering plants belongs to order Solanales, and it has about 102 genera and nearly 2500 plants species. Many of the species from this family are of economic importance as food, drugs, fodder, um, then vegetables, fruits, and for other timber, etc., other purposes. So, for example, some of the examples are potato, which is Solanum tuberosum, eggplant or brinjal, Solanum melangina, tomato, Solanum lycopersicum. This is old name. Now it is called Lycopersicum esculentum. Then pepper, various species of capsicum like chilies and bell pepper, etc. Uh, then we have tobacco, which is Nicotiana tabacum or Nicotiana rustica. Then this Atropa belladonna, which is uh, belladonnin, the drug is obtained from this plant. Belladonna, the plant is normal name is belladonna. Uh, then you have some poisonous plants like Jimson weed, Datura stramonium. Datura is also used for some medicines. Then nightshade, Solanum nigrum, and Solanum dulcamara. So the representative plant for this family is Solanum nigrum, which is also called nightshade. So based on this plant, it is called nightshade family. Many garden ornamentals also are belong to this genera, belong to this family, which are, uh, for example, Brovelia, Datura, Nicotiana, Petunia. Petunia is very common flower from Solanum family, and Solendra, etc. So there are some. So this is the photo of a representative Solanum family plant. You have this kind of flowers and this kind of branches that bears fruits in the cluster. These are the flowers, and this is flower shown in bigger magnification than the you can see this stamens are connected to the petals. If you open the corolla, then you see these are the petals or corolla, and these are stamen. So this kind of, when the base of the stamens or the filament of stamen is attached to the corolla, then it is called epipetalous condition. This is longitudinal section of the flowers. So you see pedicel, then ovary. This is calyx or sepals. Then you see stamens, and in between one single uh, this pistil showing this stigma at the top here. This is single stamen whorl of calyx, one pistil, ovary, style, stigma. TS of ovary. The main very important feature of this family is that placenta is obliquely placed. There are two carpels which are separated by a placenta which is obliquely placed, and this fleshy placenta contains all the ovules. This is fruit. Fruit is usually berry or sometime this is this uh, capsule. Then you have this is the floral diagram. Pentamerous flower. Flowers are usually pentamerous. Sometimes they can be tetramerous also. Epipetalous conditions. Uh, this valve attestation, end-to-end connection. These are connected. Fused sepals as well as fused petal here, but they may be free also in some. So this, if you represent the formula, this flower by formula, then it's actinomorphic flower plus sign, then bisexual, then calyx 5 fused, bracket shows fused, corolla 5 fused, androecium 5 free. This is epipetalous condition, that is androecium filament is joined to the corolla, gynoecium 2 fused, and superior ovary. So members of the family are annual, biennial, or perennial. Perennial and are usually leaves are generally simple and alternately arranged. Um, Family is characterized by solitary or clustered flowers with sepals and petals fused. As I told earlier, perianth and endocyme. Perianth means these two whorls of corolla and calyx. They and endocyme whorls generally are isomerous and usually are 5 or sometimes 4 or 6 merous. The calyx is sympatlous, ranging from tubular to deeply cleft. So sympatlous means all the petals are of similar shape. Uh, for example, they may be different in some of the families, like Leguminaceae, they are different, and in sunflower, the outer this outer ring of the flowers in the inflorescence that contains one different large, very enlarged corolla. Rest are small. So in those cases, it is not synpetalous. In most of the flower, it may be synpetalous. So ranging from tubular to deeply cleft, the calyx may form a tube, long tube, uh, uh, or which in the bottom of the tubes sometimes honey is collected in some flowers, or it may be uh, less deep and mm, uh, uh, and the tube may be sympathical, ranges from forms with a short tube and rather long reflexed lobe to forms with a long tube and short lobes. The calyx is synpetalous, ranging from tubular to deeply cleft. The corolla is cleft, means they are separated. All these sepals are separated. The corolla is synpetalous and ranges from the forms with a short tube and rather long reflexed lobes to form lobes to forms with a long tube and short lobes. So they have all forms of corolla with a long tube also, or short lobe, or reflexed lobe. So the different kind of, in different flowers, different kinds. In some they have this kind of where L-shaped corolla may also be there. That the tube corolla, the lower portion of the leaf, this petal is straight, and then suddenly it uh, broadens up and makes around 90-degree angle. So next word is androecium. Androecium in the Solanaceae family are also usually five. The stamens are distinct, alternating with the lobes of the corolla, and adnate to the corolla tube or perigynous zone. So it is attached. Gynoecium. The gynoecium consists of a single compound pistil of two fused carpels. One carpel is situated above the attachment point of the other flower parts. So this two carpels are there, and one uh, uh, sorry, this pistil contains two fused carpels, and this these carpels are situated above the attachment of attachment point of the other flower parts. So it is called superior ovary. Uh, then the placenta is obliquely placed in the flower upon a basal uh, disc of tissue, which is called uh, uh, so placenta is this disc of tissue on which ovules are attached. The style, the upper end of the ovary is simple and bears a two-lobed stigma in most of the uh, flowers. The pollen receptive surface. So this top portion stigma is usually two-lobed, bilobed stigma, you can say. The flowers are usually conspicuous, means very prominent, very bright, very showy, and are visible to the birds and pollinators insect from a distance. They are frequently visited by insect. So this uh, sometimes these two ovules may be further partitioned by false locule into the locules by false partitioning. So you may, in some abnormal tomatoes, in tomatoes usually you will find two portions, but sometime you may find more than two. So that is due to the formation of many locules due to a false partitioning of the carpels. So placentation is exile. The ovules are attached in the central lobe, central placenta. The nectary disc is generally present above the base of the ovary. The fruit is usually berry or a capsule. So this is all about family Solanaceae. Another family we'll study is Leguminosae, which is legume family, the roots of which bears root nodules, and they contain this cotyledons in the uh, seed. and that contains a rich high amount of protein. And third family we can study Malvaceae or Liliaceae. Liliaceae will be better. It has 3 plus 3 uh, combination of endosym, not 3 plus 3 combination of perianth. So here corolla and calyx are not distinctly visible. So they are same and they are in two walls. So they look like six petals, but actually three of them are uh, sepals and three are petals. So they are written 3 plus 3. And Liliaceae is the representative family of uh, um, monocot plants, and uh, lily is one example, and lotus is also one example. Thank you.